My friend, who I will call Sarah, we have a good friendship that has lasted a few good years. We're not best friends, but I think she sees me as a shoulder to lean on or a free psychologist because I'm a good listener and I don't talk much. We recently had an argument where I said things to her that hurt her deeply, and the guilt weighs heavily on my chest despite my words being just the truth. When I met Sarah, she was a very ambitious and vain woman, but since she married Jeremy, her current husband, I feel like she's become just an empty shell of her former self. Like I said, we're not best friends, but I'm always there for Sarah, and because of that, I know every detail of her life. Sarah has 3 children if you count her husband, Jeremy, the typical man who just because he works a few hours outside the home deserves to sink into the couch all day. He is lazy. He doesn't help Sarah with the housework or take care of his own children. He uses the excuse that he works all day outside as if Sarah doesn't do the same thing. Jeremy is the typical husband who says his wife is getting sloppy and fat, but doesn't lift a finger to help in any way. Sarah works all day, takes care of the house, her 2 energetic children, and always seems terribly tired, but if I say something negative about her marriage, she makes sure to put it in Jeremy on a pedestal like he's the best thing that ever happened to her. A few days ago, I was at her house helping her with the kids when Sarah started talking about relationships. As I said before, I'm not much of a talker, and I prefer to listen to people, but I don't know what came over me that day that I ended up getting angry with Sarah. Sarah complains about her marriage, but if I say something even slightly bad about Jeremy, she starts to romanticize her whole situation, and especially her motherhood, which was a terrible time for her. Then Sarah asked me if I intended to have a relationship with someone and get married, and I said no, and that I didn't want to have a partner so soon, and that I preferred to work to have my own money and a stable life than getting married so early, and I think talking about it was my biggest mistake. Sarah started saying things like, "But aren't you afraid of ending up alone? If you don't want kids, then who's going to take care of you when you get older? But if you don't find someone now at such a good age, no one will want you when you get older, and you won't get married." At this point, I was already irritated, but I was calm on the outside, so I told Sarah that I preferred to be alone, and that my biggest fear was ending up in a failed marriage like hers. I could see she was hurt, and she stayed silent the rest of the day and didn't talk to me since then, and now I feel like I should have stayed silent like I always did. A small part of me tries to console myself by saying that I only told the truth, but the guilt is overwhelming. I feel like I was the jerk, and now Sarah won't talk to me even though I apologized, and I'm currently giving her space to think. AITHA?